Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1.
Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
What is up, golf fans? It's IndyCar Tim. It's From the Rough, right here on FanStream Sports. Welcome into a Recap Monday. I am flying solo once again as Johnny is returning from a triumphant week at Pebble Beach, getting things set up out there for the boys, getting things in line for the fun that they already had this week ahead of the PGA Tour event. And he is traveling today, so he will be back with us on our preview Wednesday this week. So if you're a fan of the Johnny Free Show, you are once again in for a treat. However, if you are a fan of the Tim Free Show, I apologize because that ain't happening today. But we are here to talk about Justin Rose. Might be a little bit of a shorter show as we've got a lot on the FanStream Sports agenda for today, but we had to get the review in, the recap. We had to get Johnny did film a little video for us about his picks while he was out there over the weekend. Sent that to me this morning, so we will have Johnny's his recap on his picks, I guess, is what it'll be. I haven't looked yet to see how he did. I didn't hear any fireworks or anything coming out of Pebble Beach, so I don't know how he did. So we'll find out together what his reasons were and all the rest of it. As you know, Justin Rose. I don't know what to say about Justin Rose. We talk about Justin Rose quite a bit on this show. Always a big fan of Justin Rose. You know, with the up and down kind of game that he's had the past few years, I think somewhere in the back of my mind, I might have thought that maybe Justin Rose was just kind of done. But then he would show flashes, and I would say, oh, well, maybe Justin Rose isn't done. Maybe he's got some good golf left in him coming up. And then, of course, that's what would happen. And it's everything you like to see out of a guy. I don't know that I saw this coming from him here this early in the season. Certainly he had the ability to do what he did, and we'll get into details here in just a few minutes. But I don't know that I saw this coming. I'll put it that way. Well, let's get into what Justin Rose did here this week in the 2026 Farmers. Look, when Justin Rose and numbers are usually discussed, it has more to do, I think, these days with his age than it does his golf score. But this week, it was all about his score. He lapped the field at Torrey Pines. He posted a tournament scoring record at 23 under. A 7-stroke wire-to-wire win. And, by the way, Pierceson Coody, what a showing. Siwoo Kim, what a showing. Ryo Hisatsune, I hope I'm saying his name correctly. I can never pronounce his name right. I even looked up a pronunciation guide to try to teach me how to say his name earlier today. Yes, I hear it on TV, of course, but I can't for whatever reason. I cannot mimic it. I can't copy it, so I'm trying, y'all. Trying. Ryo Hisatsune. That's what I'm going with. I hope it's right. I hope I'm doing him justice here. If not, I apologize in advance. Maybe I just won't mention his name. It's hard not to mention his name, though, too much because, I mean, the guy came in second, right? So his name's going to come up. But on Sunday, I thought Justin Rose had an incredible round. He surpassed George Burns and Tiger Woods, who previously held the tournament scoring record at 22 under. He clearly had things figured out the entire week. And he carried that over into Sunday. He stayed above water when other guys were faltering, maybe falling a little bit. And he, that South course is no joke, man, on Sunday. And he owned it. He is now the oldest golfer to win at Torrey Pines. It's his second Farmers Insurance Open win. He won back in 2019, of course, as well. He's now won 13 times on the tour, most among Englishmen on the circuit, and 4 more than Nick Faldo, who occupies second on that list. At 45 years old, Rose is the oldest wire-to-wire winner on the PGA Tour since Rocco Mediate was 47 years old when he won the 2010 Procore. And he is the first wire-to-wire winner at the Farmers Insurance Open since Tommy Bolt in 1955. As a former number one winner, world number one, get it out one of these days. He's got 2 wins in his last 8 starts now, dating back to last summer's St. Jude. And he's made his way into the winner's circle in 3 of his last 4 PGA Tour seasons. Again, I know the wins have come. There are just times to me that it looks like he doesn't have it in him, and then he will pop up and he will surprise me like he did this. I did not see this coming. If you guys saw this coming, you're lying. No one saw this coming from Justin Rose. But starting Sunday, he had a 6-stroke lead over Joel Damon, who even made a joke the day before that his only chance to win was going to be if Justin Rose overslept. Justin Rose did not oversleep. He did not miss his alarm in the morning. He did not fail to show up, unfortunately for Joel Damon and the rest of the field. Rose didn't just show up, but he came ready to play on Sunday. He settled into his round with a streak of pars. He started to see the birdies fly. He narrowly missed an eagle chance on the par 5-6 to set up his first. He carved a beauty into a back pin location 2 holes later to reach 2 under for the round. The crowd went nuts all over the property when they saw what had happened. He holed a birdie putt from outside 30 feet to turn that into a 3 under. 24 under for the tournament. He just put his head down. He pushed his lead out to 7 strokes. It didn't matter what anybody else did on the back 9. There was no chasing down Justin Rose. He just absolutely traversed the entire course like nobody could. He never bit off more than he could chew. He played smart golf. He knew what was working for him this week, and he stuck with the plan. He kept everything in front of him. He made sure everyone else's names were below him on the leaderboard. And again, congratulations to Justin Rose. Just an incredible performance. So much fun to watch, man. When guys are good, when they're dominating like that. Now look, anybody that watches the show knows I'm not a fan of the 20 plus under scores. I don't like that. I don't think it's good for the game, to be quite honest with you. Was this fun to watch? 100% absolutely it was fun to watch. I just don't know how good it is for guys, for tournaments, where guys come in and shoot 23 under. You're at 16 under, entering the weekend. I know they set the course harder up on the weekend, but set it up harder on the weekend. But I would rather see guys not struggling with their games, but I would rather see guys. I like to see the course win sometimes. No, I'm not talking about the U.S. Open at Oakmont. I'm not that. That's ridiculous. That's too far the other way. I'm talking about, I would just like to, I like the 10 under wins, maybe 12 to 13 under wins. I just think when you get into 20 under, 23 under, 24 under, that's just too much of the course not winning. I like to see the course win. Why do I like to see the course win? Because when I play, the course always wins. No, that's not the reason, but it's a fact. But it's not the reason. I like to see golfers not struggle, but I like to see the harder courses. That's all. So let's talk about some of the other notables on the leaderboard at the 2026 Farmers Insurance Open. Joel Damon, 14 under, tied for 7th. Look, he's playing with house money right now. He got into the field thanks to not only Patton Kazira's withdrawal, but because of the inclusion of Brooks Koepka, meant that there were 2 more players that were added to the tournament. He was originally a 5th alternate. He made the most out of his opportunity this week. He played out of the numbers 111 to 125 category, and he was just swinging the club about as sweet as he has in quite some time. He missed 11 of 17 cuts to end the 2025 season. He fell outside the top 100 in the FedEx Cup, and since then he's just brushed all that aside. He'll head into next week's WM Phoenix Open with a chance to qualify for the first 2 signature events through the Aeon Swing 5 and to go from fighting and clawing for any starts to possibly reclaiming his PGA Tour card. So congratulations to you, Joel Damon, and your hat. Somewhere I've got a hat like his. I think it's at our studio, though. Should have worn it on the show today in honor of Joel Damon. Sahith Theegala, also it's tied for 7th at 14 under. He's finally healthy, and I think it's finally showing up. Fresh off his first top 10 finish last week at the American Express since the 2024 Pro Tour. I feel like he kind of kept his foot on the gas most of the day. He was swinging free. He cashed in on his 100th made cut on the PGA Tour and yet another top 10 effort thanks to a solid showing on Sunday. His iron play and his putter looked solid for the most part, which kind of falls in line with his DNA. Shots like the one that he made, I can't remember when it was. I had the video of it. Anyway, he made some really, really incredible shots, I thought. And good for Theegala, another guy that you like to root for. He's able to show off his shot-making skills a few times, and he did it a little bit this week. So kudos to Sahith Theegala. T11, Tony Finau at 12 under. The opening round had an ace on the par 3 16th, and it seemed to have got some life into his game. He avoided injuries this week. Kind of a big deal for Tony Finau. Look, the last year has not been kind to him. His ball striking has dipped. He's got problems with the putter. But I feel like he blitzed the South Course on Sunday. He had a real chance to push his round to 8 under with a birdie look on that same par 3 16th, but he walked off with his first bogey on the scorecard after a short miss. All in all, I think Finau should come away from this week happy for the most part. I think this result here is his best since last spring. Now, we saw a guy on the PGA Tour we hadn't seen in quite some time. I don't know. It's been 4 years. I don't know what your expectations were for Brooks Koepka coming into the week. I did not expect him to make the cut, to be quite honest with you. Not that I'm not a Brooksy fan. Brooksy and I are Strixon brothers. Of course I'm a Brooksy fan. I'm a fan more of him now that he's back after he became dead to me 4 years ago. But there's a lot of positives, I think, to take from his first week back on the tour. He settled in after experiencing some nerves, I think, early in the week. He made some nice in-tournament adjustments. For instance, his ball position with his driver. He was regularly leaking tee shots to the right on Thursday from tee to green. He looked pretty good, especially when you consider he hadn't played competitive golf since October. But his play on the greens was another story. It might be fair to sort of chalk that up to the putting surfaces here. He never plays well on these putting surfaces. I think he'll be licking his lips at the prospect of returning to TPC Scottsdale next week, where he's won twice. And I look for Brooks. We'll go over this in our preview, but I've got high expectations for Brooks in his second tournament back next week, for sure. A shocker to me this week was Xander Schauffele missing the cut. Look, I know before the tournament he admitted that he thought he was underprepared coming into the season. He spent the offseason with his wife and his newborn son, priorities, but it certainly showed. He missed his first cut since the 2022 Masters and put an end to the longest streak on the PGA Tour and the longest since Woods' 142 in a row to make the cut. And look, it'll be easy to overreact if you want and suggest something's wrong with his game or that this is maybe a sign of things to come. I don't know about that. Schauffele's a pro's pro. He'll get things right. He'll start contending in tournaments soon enough. It's clear that he's got a number of areas that he needs to work on, and I think it's just a matter of him prioritizing golf again after spending time with family in the offseason. He didn't worry about golf too much. And this is what I always say. When guys have a kid, you get married and or have a kid, God forbid you do both, and your golf game's going to suffer. And this is why. Xander Schauffele is the perfect example of why I say this, because it's true. It's true. I'm Paul Harvey. It's true. I think I'm aging myself right now with the Paul Harvey reference. But, yeah, I don't expect this dip to be sustainable for Xander Schauffele. I expect him to come back strong. Will it be next week? Probably not. Will it be this month? Probably not. But as we get into major season, I fully expect Xander Schauffele to be back where he belongs. All right, let's take a quick break here on From the Rough. We'll come back and we will do some talking about the Johnny's picks. Do a little golf betting, golf gambling talk as we will recap Johnny's picks before we end the show right here on FanStream Sports. The Farmers Insurance recap, Justin Rose, big winner. And we'll talk about Johnny's bets, Johnny's picks on the other side. I'm IndyCar Tim. This is From the Rough. Back after this.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the J.P. Pierceson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
Hey folks, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center, a very different kind of approach to primary care. Personalized preventative medicine, not a one-pill-fits-all mentality. Christopher Lugo and his experienced medical staff are proactive in looking at issues before they become a problem, encouraging a healthy lifestyle with proper diet, supplements, and exercise to optimize your active lifestyle. Rather than the impersonal, rushed approach, you will be the only patient and will have our full attention. That's new. Getting old is inevitable, but feeling and looking old is avoidable. Bay Area Modern Medical Centers are experts in anti-aging regenerative medicine that optimizes your body's performance in many areas. So call for an appointment to get started on a journey back to full health and a happy life with a new, modern way of healthcare. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com. That's 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka, named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly. Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, We make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go.
Right now.
Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCar Tim. Johnny Gerber is on drunk golf assignment as he returns home from Pebble Beach after a week. I won't tell you what he said about his golf game. I do know what he shot, what he scored. I do know that he was not happy with it. I will let him divulge all of that to you because I will bring it up Wednesday as we preview the WM Phoenix Open. 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern across all of our FanStream Sports YouTube channels, FanStream Sports Facebook, FanStream Sports X, Kick, and the Twitch. All of it. Everywhere you get FanStream Sports and also, of course, at fanstreamsports.com. And then later the same day, wherever you get your podcasts. Lots of fun. Special thanks to our title sponsor, Orion Golf, oriongolf.com. Golf Management Solutions, if you guys run a golf facility of any kind, country club, municipal course, par 3 course, driving range, I don't care what it is. If you need help at whatever level, they can help you to oriongolf.com. They can run the whole damn thing for you, or they can just come in and give you what assistance you need in the areas that you need it. They can help you with events management, with apparel, catering, F&B, staffing, all of it. They can help you to Orion Golf. Head over to oriongolf.com. Let them know IndyCar Tim at From the Rough sent you, and they'd be happy to help you out. So, again, Johnny's card last week, I don't know what he did. Usually he and I discuss it Sunday night, Monday morning before we do the show. He's been out of pocket because, again, traveling and trying to get back to areas where we've got delays and things on the at airports, still with some weather across the Midwest here. We finally hit 50 degrees in the DFW area for the first time since, over a week ago now. And finally, all of the ice in my driveway in my backyard is melting. It's still there, but it's finally starting to melt. So things a little bit safer here in DFW a little bit, I think. But let's hear from Johnny himself as to how he thought things went this week for him and his betting picks at the Farmers Insurance Open.
Good morning, everybody. John Gerber here, co-host of From the Rough podcast on FanStream Sports. On this beautiful Monday morning, I am in the beautiful Monterey, California at Pebble Beach. I know most of you guys are snowed in and it's cold, and I apologize for dropping that, but didn't get a chance to do some videos this week and do some recaps or do some matchups as I was competing a little bit myself. But just wanted to go over a quick recap of the Farmers Insurance Open in San Diego, beautiful Torrey Pines. And listen, a wire-to-wire finish for Justin Rose. It just doesn't seem like at 45 years old he is slowing down anytime soon. First ballot, first time Hall of Famer, no doubt about that, in the World Golf Hall of Fame. But what a dominating performance Justin Rose had, wire to wire, and setting a tournament record at Torrey Pines. Just such great golf, such great ball striking from him. No one really challenged him coming down the stretch. He had his lead, and he continued to play just amazing golf at 45 years old. But we do want to talk a little bit about our picks this week. We didn't have a winner in terms of outright winners, but we did cash in on Jake Knapp, finishing in the top 10. Nice hit there for us at plus 400. And Michael Thielborsen cashing in that top 20 pick at plus 200. So if you add those up, we were $600 on the positive. $100 a play, $100 a unit, 8 for the week, minus the 2. If you do the math, if you're good at math, and you don't really have to be good at math, it adds up to $600. So it's a push this week in our betting. We are still up for the year, just under $1,000 profit for the year. So, hey, looking forward to only 3 events in. So we're going to be traveling today. Tim's going to handle the rest of the show. We appreciate Tim jumping on and handling the show today. We will be talking to you again Wednesday as we will preview the Waste Management Phoenix Open out there obviously in Phoenix. But looking forward to that on Wednesday. Looking forward to another great card for Wednesday for the Phoenix Open. And we'll talk to you guys on Wednesday.
And there you go. Appreciate you, Johnny, for all of that. So yeah, like I said, I didn't get a chance to talk to him ahead of time. So I just figured I'd let you guys get it straight from Johnny. So we will have Johnny's picks and my formerly known as the dartboard picks that are for entertainment purposes only. We're switching things up a little bit this year. We didn't get a chance to do it last week because Johnny was again in Pebble Beach. I did the solo show Wednesday, the preview show, so it's no fun when I do my picks without Johnny because it's really for him and for him to laugh at and to entertain you guys. But we're doing something a little different than my dartboard picks. You'll hopefully on Wednesday we'll debut it. You'll get a chance to see what it is. It's just a little bit. It's not. Again, they're for entertainment. I wanted to figure out a way to make it a little more entertaining, a little more on the edge of your seat. I'm going to do the picks live on the show rather than have them prepared ahead of time. We'll be doing them live, and there will be a game of chance involved, similar to the dartboard picks, the proverbial throwing the dart at the dartboard and hitting a name, and that's who I'm picking. It's not that. But it's going to be very intriguing. I think you guys will appreciate it very, very much from an entertainment point of view, which is really what we're doing here on From the Rough. But that'll wrap up the show for you. I told you it was going to be short and sweet, but we would squeeze in Johnny's picks. Congratulations to the 45-year-old. God, Johnny made him sound like he was really, really old. Justin Rose. I got darn near, well, no, exactly. I got 10 years on Justin Rose, so I don't feel like 45 is old at all. And Johnny does too, which is weird. So congratulations to him and everybody else that played well. The season is here. We are knees deep in PGA Tour golf. Brooks Koepka's back. We'll see Scotty Scheffler at the Phoenix Open, and we'll talk about him, and we'll talk about Brooks. We'll talk about all of them next Wednesday, right, or this coming Wednesday in 2 days here, right here on From the Rough on FanStream Sports, 5 o'clock Central live, again, at fanstreamsports.com. Any 4 of our YouTube channels in Carolinas, Ohio, Dallas, or Tampa Bay, on Kick, on Twitch, and on X. Either me or the FanStream Sports or From the Rough feed. You'll get that wherever you can find. Best place to go to find the live shows is just at fanstreamsports.com. It's right there on the homepage for you, the live video, whenever we do that stuff. So we will be back with you guys on Wednesday. Talk a lot more golf. Tell me what your biggest surprise was of this week. How you thought maybe it was Brooks Koepka. Maybe it was Xander Schauffele. You guys let me know on social media at IndyCar Tim, at From the Rough PGA, at Jay Gerber PGA Pro. Be happy to converse with you briefly, or if you're watching the live video, drop it in the comments section on whatever region you are watching live from, and I'd be happy to talk to you about it. I love me some golf, and it is back, baby. Golf is back, baby. I'm IndyCar Tim. Until next time, boys and girls, y'all keep hitting them straight.